Let me say this clearly. This message found you for a divine reason. It is not an accident. It is not random. It is a spiritual intervention from the heavens, and you were meant to hear it right now. God has seen your silent battles. He has watched your tears fall quietly in the night, and He has counted every one of them. You've tried to stay strong. You've smiled when your heart was breaking, and you've kept walking even when your spirit felt too heavy to carry. But now God is stepping in. Today He sent me to tell you, let me help you. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. Heaven is leaning in your direction. The angels are on assignment, and the enemy knows something is about to break in your favor, and he's terrified. If you feel goosebumps, chills, or a sudden warmth in your heart, don't ignore it. That's not emotion, that's divine confirmation. God says in Isaiah 41:13, "For I am the Lord your God who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, 'Do not fear. I will help you.'" That promise is alive, and it's about to manifest in your life in a way you never imagined. But I need you to stay with me. Don't click away. Don't let the enemy distract you from receiving this breakthrough. What you're about to hear has the power to change everything. Your finances, your family, your health, your spiritual peace. Now, take a deep breath, focus your heart, and prepare your spirit, because heaven is speaking, and this message is for you. Stop scrolling. This message is not a coincidence. This is your divine interruption. God is breaking through the noise of your day to deliver a message straight to your soul. And if you're hearing this, it's because He chose you, not by chance, not by mistake, but by purpose. Heaven has been watching you. God has seen your restless nights. He's seen the weight pressing down on your chest, the unanswered prayers, the silent cries when no one was around. He's watched you push through pain with a brave face, telling everyone you're fine while inside you're barely holding on. But now He's coming to your rescue. Let me help you. These are not just words. These are marching orders from the throne of grace. God is declaring war on the forces that have been tormenting you, and He's sending help, divine help that will arrive faster than you expect and stronger than anything you've faced. This is your spiritual lifeline, your moment of divine visitation. Isaiah 41:13 says, "For I am the Lord your God who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, 'Do not fear, I will help you.'" He's not just speaking to the world, He's speaking to you right now, personally, intimately. Don't scroll away. The enemy wants you to ignore this. He wants you to be distracted, to think this is just another video. But this is different. This is sacred. This is a spiritual appointment. And if your heart is stirring, if your spirit feels awakened right now, then God is confirming it. Type "I receive this help" in the comments. Say it out loud. Claim it. Make it real. Every time you declare His word, you activate your miracle, because you need to understand something deeply. The attack you've been under was never about your present. It was about your future. The enemy saw what God is about to do in your life. He saw the blessing coming, the breakthrough, the elevation, and he panicked. But he's already too late because help is on the way. Angels are being dispatched, chains are breaking, doors are unlocking, healing is being released, and God is saying, I will not let you go under. I will not let you be defeated. I will not let you be forgotten. If you're ready to receive that kind of divine help, write it below. Lord, I receive your help. I'm ready. Declare it with faith. There is power in your words. And now, take a deep breath. Let go of fear. Let go of doubt. Let God speak, because what's coming next is not just information, it's a revelation. Stay until the very end, because the final words in this message hold a prophetic key that could unlock your next season. Let's begin. Close your eyes for a moment and listen, not with your ears but with your soul. There's a voice echoing from the heavens, and it's calling your name. This isn't imagination. It's not coincidence. This is real, divinely timed perfectly for this exact moment in your life. Can you feel it? That still, powerful whisper that says, my child, I see you. I know you. I've never left you, and I'm calling you home. For too long, you've been carrying this weight by yourself. The burdens, the confusion, the overwhelming silence. You've asked God, do you even hear me? And today, the answer is roaring through the heavens. Yes, I hear you, and I am responding now. This isn't a general broadcast to the world. This is a private message from your Creator straight to your heart. God is reminding you that He still speaks. He still reaches down into the broken places. He still whispers hope into weary souls. And right now, He is calling you out of the shadows. You've been overlooked by people, underestimated by others, but you are handpicked by God. He knows your name. He knows your story. He knows exactly where you are, and He knows where He's about to take you. In John 10:27, Jesus says, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Right now, He is calling you back to Him, not just to rescue you from what's hurting you, but to prepare you for what's ahead. Type "Speak, Lord. I am listening" in the comments if you hear this voice. Let heaven and hell both know you are not ignoring this call, because here's what you must understand. This divine call is not just about comfort. It's about assignment. God isn't just trying to soothe your pain. He's awakening your purpose. That restlessness in your spirit, that sense that something must change, that's not anxiety. It's a holy stirring, a divine alert, a heavenly alarm clock going off in your soul. And the moment you respond, everything begins to shift. Chains begin to loosen, darkness begins to lift. Direction begins to come into focus, but it starts with one thing: your answer to the call. Don't silence it. Don't push it away. You were never meant to do this life without divine guidance. You were born to walk in communion with the voice of your Creator. So pause now, breathe in, feel His presence surrounding you, and type in the comments below, "Here I am, Lord." I hear you. I'm ready to follow, because this is just the beginning. God isn't done speaking, He's just getting started. Stay with me. The next part of this message holds something sacred, something personal that's going to open your eyes. You are tired, but God is reaching out His hand. Let's be honest. You're tired, and not just physically tired. Your soul is weary. You've been carrying battles that no one sees, smiling through storms, praying in silence, hoping for a breakthrough while pretending you're fine. But deep inside, you've been asking, how much longer, God? When will it end? And now heaven responds, my child, I am reaching out my hand to lift you. This moment is sacred. Right now, God is closer than you realize. He's not judging your weakness. He's coming to support you in it. Psalm 34:18 says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. And yes, that includes you. You may have felt forgotten. You may have wondered if your prayers were floating into empty space, but hear this now. God has never turned His face away from you. He has been watching every tear, every sacrifice, every silent plea. He knows how hard you've tried. He knows how many times you almost gave up but didn't. And today, He's saying you don't have to do this alone anymore. His hand is reaching for you, not just to comfort you, but to carry you. Yes, carry you. When the storm is too strong and the road is too steep, God doesn't just walk beside you, He lifts you. Isaiah 46:4 says, I have made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you. That's what He's doing now. You may not feel strong, but strength is not what God is asking for. He's asking for your surrender. Let go of trying to hold everything together. Let go of pretending to be okay. Let go of that voice in your head that says you have to be perfect. Just say this with faith right now. Lord, I am tired, but I'm reaching for your hand. And type it in the comments. Let the heavens see your declaration. Let your soul align with this truth. You are not alone. Every time you type a declaration in faith, you build an altar in the Spirit. You tell the darkness, I may be tired, but I'm still trusting. I may be weak, but I'm not letting go. God is stretching out His hand not just to touch you, but to transform you. And when He lifts you, you won't rise the same. You'll rise stronger. You'll rise with peace. You'll rise with a testimony that others will one day lean on. So write in the comments below, God, carry me. I can't do this without you. Say it like you mean it, because He's already moving in your direction. This message is not an accident. It is a divine intervention. Take a moment and reflect. Of all the videos you could be watching right now, you landed on this one. That's not coincidence. That's not chance. That's not the algorithm. That's divine appointment. God orchestrated this exact moment in time to reach your heart. He knew when you would open your phone. He knew the condition of your spirit. He knew that today you needed a sign that He is still with you, and this is that sign. There are moments in life when heaven breaks through the noise of the world to deliver a message, direct, undeniable, and urgent. This is one of those moments. You didn't just stumble across this video, you were guided here. The Holy Spirit has been working in the unseen, arranging every detail to make sure this message reaches you precisely when you needed it most. This is not entertainment. This is not background noise. This is a divine intervention. And here's what you must understand. God intervenes when something sacred is at stake. He steps in when you're about to miss something great or when the enemy is trying to steal what's yours. That's why he's stopping you now. He's saying, "My child, listen. Before you go further, before you break down, before you settle for less, I'm coming for you." Psalm 107:20 says, "He sent out his word and healed them. He rescued them from the grave." God is sending out his word to you right now, not just to heal your wounds, but to rescue you from spiritual exhaustion, from hopelessness, from despair. You may feel broken. You may feel numb. You may feel like nothing will ever change. But God says, "Watch what I do next." If you feel the weight of this moment, if you know deep in your heart this is not a random message, write in the comments, "This is my divine intervention. God is speaking to me." Declare it, claim it, make it personal. When you write it, you agree with heaven, and when you agree with heaven, miracles begin to move. Let this truth sink into your heart. You matter so much to God that He interrupted your routine to remind you of your worth. He's fighting for your attention because something is coming, something big, and He doesn't want you to miss it. So don't brush this off. Don't say maybe later. This is not later. This is now. Write it below right now. God, I receive this intervention. Thank you for not giving up on me, because the next chapter will reveal why your struggles have been so intense and what's about to break wide open in your life. Stay with me. God knows your struggles and He is moving today. There's something you need to know, something the enemy has tried to keep hidden from you. God is fully aware of everything you've been going through. Not just the obvious struggles, not just the battles you've talked about, but the ones you've kept secret, the ones you haven't told anyone, the ones that kept you up at night with a tight chest and a silent scream. He knows. He knows the weight you carry. He knows the prayers you've whispered with trembling lips. He knows how many times you've had to be strong for everyone else when deep inside you felt like falling apart. And even though it feels like the heavens have been silent, God has not been still. Even when you didn't see Him moving, He was. Even when you felt forgotten, He was working behind the scenes. Even when you thought it was over, He was just getting started. Let that sink in for a moment. You are never out of His sight. Psalm 139:2-3 says, "You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways." That's how intimately He knows you. That's how deeply He cares. And here's the most powerful part. Today, He is moving. Not next week, not when you deserve it, right now in this moment. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but in the spirit realm, something is shifting. Chains are falling, strongholds are breaking, favor is being released. And God is whispering to your heart, I haven't forgotten you. I haven't abandoned you. I've been preparing your breakthrough in silence. If you feel this word stirring in your soul, don't let it pass you by. Write in the comments below, God sees me. God knows me. God is moving on my behalf. When you declare it, you defeat the lie of the enemy that says God is far away. When you type it, you make a public stand in the spiritual realm. I believe even now, you've cried long enough. You've wondered long enough. Now it's time to rise in faith and expect the movement of God in your situation. Type below, Lord, I trust you even when I don't see it. I believe you're working because He is. And the next chapter will uncover the angelic help that's already been dispatched to fight for you. Stay with me. Heaven is not finished speaking. The angel of the Lord is going before you. You are not walking through this season alone. Even when it feels like no one understands, even when you feel surrounded by darkness, you are not forsaken, because right now, in the invisible realm, the angel of the Lord is going before you. Yes, before you. Not beside you, not behind you, ahead of you, clearing paths, confronting enemies, making a way where there seemed to be no way. Exodus 23:20 declares, see, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way and to bring you to the place I have prepared. Let that sink in. God has already prepared a place for you, a place of restoration, favor, peace, and purpose. But before you get there, He sends an angel, not just to watch over you, but to fight for you, to defend you from traps the enemy set in secret, to crush the spiritual resistance that's been trying to block your next step. You've been feeling pressure because your breakthrough is close. The attack increased because the devil knows what's coming. But now, heaven has released reinforcement. And here's the truth. Some of the delays you've experienced weren't denials. They were divine battles being fought for you, fights you didn't even know were happening, but angels were there, guarding, shielding, covering. This is why you're still standing. This is why the enemy couldn't destroy you. This is why you didn't lose your mind in the middle of the storm. God sent His angel before you. Right now, I want you to pause and write in the comments, Lord, thank you for sending your angel ahead of me. Say it out loud too. Let the enemy hear your gratitude. Let heaven hear your trust. Every time you speak it, your faith builds. Every time you write it, your breakthrough accelerates. Don't be fooled by what you see in the natural. There's more happening than your eyes can see. That closed door, it was blocked to protect you. That sudden change, it was heaven realigning your path. That silence from God, it was Him preparing the angelic forces for what's ahead. You are not forgotten. You are not unprotected. You are divinely covered. Declare this right now in the comments. I trust that your angel is making a way. I believe you are guiding me because what's coming next is too important to walk into alone. And the good news is you won't have to. Stay with me because in the next chapter, we will uncover the divine answer to the prayer you've been praying in secret. Have you been asking for help? The answer is on its way. Let's talk about something sacred. Your secret prayers. The ones you whispered when no one else was listening. The ones you barely had the strength to pray. The ones filled with tears, trembling hands, and desperate hope. God heard them all. Not one word fell to the ground. Not one cry went unnoticed. Every syllable, every sigh, every broken whisper, it reached the throne of heaven. You've been asking for help, begging for answers, pleading for change, and now God is saying to you, the answer is already on its way. Daniel 10:12 gives us a glimpse into this spiritual reality. Since the first day that you set your mind to gain understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your words were heard, and I have come in response to them. Did you catch that? The moment you prayed, heaven heard. Not a week later, not after you earned it, the very first moment. And now, just like Daniel, you're standing in the in-between. Between prayer and manifestation, between crying and rejoicing, between needing help and seeing it arrive. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. And now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Do you really think you can handle $1 million? Most people think they can handle sudden wealth. Not true. In fact, over 70% of lottery winners lose everything. Why? They can't handle wealth. Seems stupid, right? How hard could it be? It's not hard. You just need to be responsible and disciplined. If you believe you have these two qualities, then this is a sure way to make your first $1 million. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Go here to see how. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. But don't lose heart because help is coming. And sometimes God doesn't just send help as proof. This message is that proof. You didn't stumble across this video randomly. You were guided here as a confirmation that your prayer wasn't ignored. It was received. And it's being answered even now. You may not feel it yet, but in the spirit, the winds are shifting. God is realigning people, opening doors, softening hearts, removing obstacles, all in response to your cry. And it's not just any answer that's coming. It's the right one at the right time in the right way. So lift your head. Stop doubting. Stop wondering if your voice matters because heaven is whispering, yes, I heard you, and yes, I'm moving. Now do something powerful. Write in the comments right now, Lord, I believe my answer is coming. I receive it in faith. Don't just scroll past this moment. Engage. Declare. Align yourself with the truth. Every time you speak in agreement with God's promise, you release power. Every time you write it, you shut the mouth of the enemy who said nothing would change. This is not the end. This is the turning point. So say it again and mean it. The answer is on its way, because what comes next is a divine revelation. You'll soon discover why you were chosen to receive this word right now. Why you were chosen to receive this word right now. Pause everything for a moment and ask yourself, why this message? Why now? Why me? The answer is simple and yet divine in its depth. Because you are chosen. Yes, you chosen not because you're perfect. Chosen not because you've done everything right, but because God saw your heart and He saw your hunger. He saw how you kept the faith even when your world was falling apart. He saw how you continued to love others even when your own heart was breaking. He saw how you cried out in secret, saying, God, please speak to me. Show me what to do. And today, He's answering that cry. God is very strategic. He does nothing by accident. When He sends a word like this, it's not for entertainment. It's a heavenly response to a heart that has been seeking truth, direction, and hope. You are being called, chosen, set apart. This word is not just to encourage you. It's to awaken you, to prepare you, to elevate you. Because what's ahead of you is too important to face in confusion. You've been in a season of preparation, of pressure, of pain, but those were not punishments. They were part of your calling. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. You are one of those people. You are the called. And now heaven is opening your eyes to the truth. You were never forgotten. You were being formed. Everything you went through, every heartbreak, every delay, every closed door was shaping you for something greater. And now God is pulling back the curtain to say, this is why you had to endure. This is why you had to wait, because what I'm about to release in your life will be so great, you'll understand every no was really a not yet. So don't doubt this moment. If this message is piercing your spirit, if you feel like God is speaking directly to you, write this in the comments right now. I believe I was chosen for this moment. God is preparing me for something greater. Declare it boldly. Let it sink into your identity. You are not ordinary. You're not forgotten. You are marked by heaven. And the moment you accept this truth, your perspective changes. You stop begging for signs and start walking in certainty. You stop fearing the future and start preparing for your purpose. Write again in the comments, Lord, I accept the call. I step into what you've prepared for me, because from this moment forward, you will not walk like someone lost. You will walk like someone led because you are. And in the next chapter, God will issue a spiritual warning you must not ignore, a sign many overlook, but one that can protect your destiny. Stay with me. Heaven is still speaking. Don't ignore this sign. It's a spiritual warning. Listen carefully. What I'm about to share is not just encouragement. It's a warning, a spiritual alert, a divine wake-up call, because while God is preparing blessings for you, the enemy is preparing traps. Yes, traps disguised as distractions, wrapped in false opportunities, dressed in things that look good, feel right, but are designed to delay or even destroy your destiny. And if you're not paying attention, you could miss the sign. God, in His mercy, always sends a warning before the attack, always. He never allows His children to be blindsided without first whispering, "Watch, be still, don't move yet." You felt it before. That uneasy feeling when something seemed off even if you couldn't explain it. That moment when everyone else said, "Go for it," but your spirit whispered, "Wait." That was the Holy Spirit trying to protect you. But the enemy's tactic is subtle. He brings urgency where there should be patience. He brings confusion where there should be clarity. He rushes what God is still refining. That's why God is saying today, don't ignore the sign. Don't ignore my voice. Proverbs 3:6 reminds us, "In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." This means stop running ahead. Stop trying to fix it on your own. Stop moving just because it looks right. Wait on the Lord, because in this season, every step matters. One wrong partnership could set you back years. One emotional decision could open the wrong door. One moment of disobedience could delay a destiny God's been preparing for you since birth. And you know what makes it more dangerous? The enemy won't show up looking like a threat. He'll show up looking like the answer to your prayer. So how do you discern it? You stay close to God. You stay in prayer. You stay in the Word. You listen to that still, small voice, even when it tells you to pause when your emotions scream, "Go." Now, write this in the comments as a spiritual act of discernment. Lord, sharpen my spirit. Help me recognize your warning signs. Let that be your prayer. Let that be your defense. You don't need to fear the enemy. You just need to listen to the one who goes before you. The reason this warning is coming now is because something is shifting. You're on the verge of breakthrough, and the enemy knows it. But he can't stop it if you stay aligned with God. He can't block what heaven has authorized if you walk in wisdom. So declare it now in the comments. I will not fall for the enemy's traps. I will wait on God's timing. Say it in faith. Say it with conviction, because your obedience in this season will unlock blessings in the next. And what comes next is not just protection, but divine presence in your home. In the next chapter, we'll explore how God is stepping into your house, your family, your atmosphere right now. Stay with me. Your miracle is unfolding. God's presence is entering your home right now. At this very moment, something is happening in the invisible realm that most people will never recognize. God's presence is entering your home. Not just your room, not just your screen. Your home, your atmosphere, your entire environment. It's more than comfort. It's a shift, a cleansing, a divine visitation. The King of Glory is stepping in. You may not feel it with your natural senses, but your spirit is already responding. That peace rising inside you, that sudden stillness, that warmth that makes you want to cry for no reason, that's Him. That's the Holy Spirit moving. God does not wait for perfect conditions. He doesn't require a spotless room, a quiet house, or a ceremonial moment. He comes where He is welcomed, and right now, your hunger has drawn Him in. Psalm 22:3 says, God inhabits the praises of His people, which means He doesn't just visit. He dwells where He is praised. And today, your home is becoming a sanctuary. You've been battling in this very space, worrying about your family, your finances, your future. But God says, I am bringing my presence into this place, and where I dwell, peace reigns. The tension that's been lingering in your rooms, the heaviness that's been in the air, it's lifting right now, because when God walks in, darkness must flee, anxiety must bow, sickness must break, and fear has no choice but to leave. This is not hype, this is holiness. This is not fantasy, this is faith in action. And if you feel His presence moving in your space, write in the comments right now, Lord, I welcome you into my home. Let your presence fill every room. Speak it out loud too. Walk from room to room and say it boldly. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here, because the presence of God brings more than comfort. It brings transformation. That prodigal child you've been praying for, that tension in your marriage, that heaviness in your soul, everything begins to shift when God enters the house. He's healing what medicine couldn't reach. He's restoring what conversations couldn't fix. He's reviving what you thought was dead. So take this moment seriously. Stand up if you can. Stretch out your hands and say it again. God, fill this place. Let my home be a dwelling for your glory. And don't stop with yourself. Pray this over your family. Speak it over your children. Declare it over every corner of your home. This is more than a video. This is an altar. Heaven has touched earth right where you are. And if you believe it, then write this in the comments now. This is holy ground. I receive the presence of God in my home, because what God is about to do next requires that your home be a place of peace, because a promise is coming that will change everything. A promise of a miracle. I will make a way where there is none. You've looked at the situation, you've run the numbers, you've listened to advice, and still, it seems like there's no way forward. But that's exactly when God does His greatest work, because He doesn't need a path to create a miracle. He is the path. When your back is against the wall, when the door is sealed shut, when every option has been exhausted, He steps in and whispers, I will make a way where there is none. This is not just a comforting phrase. It is a divine promise, a declaration from the mouth of the Almighty, a covenant sealed in His faithfulness. Isaiah 43:19 says, See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Let those words echo in your spirit. A way in the wilderness, streams in the wasteland, hope where there was only despair. You see a dead end. God sees a miracle moment. And here's the powerful truth. When you have no way out, that's when you're closest to a supernatural breakthrough because He gets all the glory. There's no credit to give to your strength, your wisdom, your contacts. Only to Him, to His power, to His mercy, to His timing. If you've ever cried out, "Lord, there's no way I can fix this," then you are perfectly positioned for what comes next because God doesn't need the odds in your favor. He creates favor. He doesn't need open doors. He is the one who holds the keys. So right now, speak these words out loud and then write them in the comments below. Lord, I believe you will make a way. Even when I see no way, I trust you. Let that be your declaration. Let it be your prayer. Let it be your breakthrough seed. And understand this, that miracle you've been waiting for is already in motion. The way is already forming. The provision is already traveling toward you. The shift has already begun in the spiritual realm. But God is asking you to do one thing: believe, speak, declare, trust. Even when the evidence says it's impossible, even when your heart feels afraid, even when logic screams it's over, heaven says it has only just begun. So type in the comments now and don't hold back. I receive my miracle. I trust that God is making a way right now. And watch. Just watch what happens when you choose faith over fear, because the next chapter will reveal how your name is engraved in the hand of God and what that truly means for your future. Stay close. The Lord is still speaking. Your name is written in God's hand. He has not forgotten you. There's a lie the enemy has been whispering in your mind, a dark, quiet thought you may have even believed. God has forgotten me. You've watched others receive breakthroughs. You've seen people blessed, restored, elevated while you've waited and waited. And maybe, just maybe, you've asked, "Lord, did you skip over me?" But today, heaven interrupts that lie with a divine declaration. I have not forgotten you. I cannot forget you. Your name is written in my hand. Let that truth wash over you. Isaiah 49:16 says, "See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are ever before me." Engraved. Not written in pencil, not scribbled with ink that fades. Engraved, cut deep, permanent, eternal. Your name is not just remembered. It is etched into the hands of God. That means every time He moves, He sees you. Every time He acts in the world, He remembers you. When the enemy accuses, when the storm rises, when the world forgets, God sees your name on His own hands and says, "This one is mine." You are not invisible. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. And if the delay has made you question your value, hear this now. God's silence was not His absence. It was His strategy. He's been building behind the scenes. He's been preparing something far greater than you imagined, and when it comes, you'll understand why it took time, because the blessing that's coming isn't average. It's not temporary, it's sacred, it's sealed. It's a sign with your name on it. So lift your head, shake off the heaviness. Wipe those tears, not because you're ignoring the pain, but because God has not forgotten you and He's proving it now. Now declare it in faith and write this in the comments below. My name is written in God's hand. I am not forgotten. Say it until your soul believes it. Say it until every lie loses power. Say it until peace returns to your spirit, because today something is breaking. That feeling of abandonment gone. That cloud of despair lifting. That lie of unworthiness silenced. And it's all because your identity is not based on your past. It's based on your position, engraved in the hand of your Father. Now, write again, God, thank you for remembering me. I trust that my time is coming, because in the next chapter, we'll expose what the enemy has tried to do against you, and why he is terrified of what's about to happen in your life. Stay tuned. This revelation is crucial. The enemy tried to discourage you, but God has already won. Let's tell the truth. The attacks you've been facing lately haven't been random. That wave of discouragement that hit you out of nowhere, the thoughts of giving up that whispered in the back of your mind, the sudden chaos, the spiritual fatigue, the heaviness in your chest, those were not coincidences. They were assignments from the enemy to break your faith before your breakthrough arrives. But what the enemy didn't count on was that you would still be standing, still believing, still listening to a message like this one right now, because God already won this battle for you. The enemy has tried everything. He's tried to wear you down with delay, to bury you in disappointment, to fill your heart with doubt and fear, to convince you that nothing would ever change. But here's the truth. He's attacking you because he sees what you don't. He sees the blessing being formed. He sees the doors that are about to open. He sees the favor that is being released, and he's terrified. Why? Because when you step into what God has prepared, generational chains will break. Your testimony will inspire others. Your faith will ignite faith in others. So the enemy launched one of his oldest and most effective strategies: discouragement, not because you're weak, but because you're dangerous. But here's the good news: he's already lost. Colossians 2:15 says, having disarmed the powers and authorities, he made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them by the cross. That means Jesus already crushed every demonic force. The war is over. Victory is sealed. You're not fighting for victory, you're fighting from victory. So don't let temporary emotions steal eternal truths. Don't let passing storms convince you to quit. Don't surrender the promise just because the process hurts. Now make this a moment of declaration. Write in the comments below right now: the enemy tried, but I'm still standing. God has already won this battle. Say it with faith. Say it like you mean it. Let it echo in the spirit realm, because when you speak it, you strengthen angels assigned to you. And if the enemy tries again tomorrow, you'll say it again. I'm already victorious. My God has gone before me. Don't stop there. Say this too in the comments. Discouragement will not destroy me. I am covered by God's power, because the enemy's attack is the clearest evidence that your miracle is close. And in the next chapter, we'll uncover how heaven has been moving even when you saw nothing happening, and why it's all about to become visible. Stay here. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Why does this 77-letter invocation prayer work for billionaires? Ever wondered how great spiritual leaders such as Pope Francis, Pope Benedict XVI, Pope John Paul II, the Dalai Lama, billionaires, presidents, and royalty create and maintain their extraordinary success and abundance? Their secret weapon isn't what you might expect. In fact, it's a 2,000-year-old wall, and beneath its stones, an ancient 77-letter invocation prayer hidden for centuries was found. Last year, the world was stunned when the power behind this invocation prayer was unveiled. It's a direct path to attracting wealth, health, happiness, and limitless abundance. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Download the 77-letter invocation prayer right here. You wouldn't believe who else is praying to this wall. Go here now to see. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. What's coming is divine confirmation. Heaven is working behind the scenes even when you don't see it. You've prayed, you've waited, you've hoped, but let's be honest. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening, like your prayers are floating into empty space, like God heard everyone else but skipped over you. You're not alone in feeling that way. But today, heaven is sending you a powerful reminder. Even when you don't see it, I'm working. Just because it's silent doesn't mean it's still. Just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's inactive. Heaven has been moving behind the scenes of your life this whole time. The plans were not canceled. The promise was not denied. It was simply hidden for a time. Why? Because God was protecting what He was preparing. He was shielding the process so that no enemy could sabotage the outcome. You've been feeling stuck, but in reality, you've been incubated. God was nurturing something in secret, and soon it will be revealed in glory. John 5:17 says, "My Father is always at His work to this very day, and I too am working." Always. Even when you sleep, even when you cry, even when you stop believing for a moment, He never stops working. Every delay, every detour, every not yet you faced, it wasn't punishment, it was preparation. God was moving hearts you didn't even know about, arranging opportunities you hadn't imagined, aligning divine connections, resources, and miracles that only make sense in hindsight. You didn't see the shift in the spirit, but heaven never stopped shifting things for your good. And now, the veil is about to lift. Now, the breakthrough is about to manifest. Now, the thing you thought was stuck is about to move, because what's been hidden in the dark is about to shine in the light. Write this right now in the comments as a declaration of faith. Even when I don't see it, I believe God is working. Say it aloud too. Let your atmosphere hear faith. Let the spirit realm know you trust your unseen God with the things you don't understand. Then type this next. God, I trust your timing, even when I don't see your hand. That trust, that faith, is what activates the release. You're not waiting in vain, you're waiting in purpose, and your patience is producing a miracle that will be undeniable when it arrives. So don't stop now. Don't give up. You are closer than you think. And in the next chapter, you'll discover 3 specific actions God is calling you to take to step fully into the promise that's already on its way. Stay with me. This next part is key. 3 things you must do right now to receive divine help. You've heard the promises. You've felt the confirmation in your spirit. You know this message is not a coincidence. It's divine. But now comes your part, because while God is faithful to send help, He also gives you a role to play in receiving it. There are spiritual steps that unlock the full flow of divine assistance, and today, you're being invited to activate them. Here are 3 things you must do right now, starting today, to receive divine help. Release control and trust God fully. This is the hardest and most crucial step. You've been trying to hold everything together. You've been carrying stress, making plans, fixing problems, analyzing outcomes. But here's the truth. As long as you're gripping the situation, God won't invade it. Divine help comes to surrendered hearts. He won't wrestle control from you. He waits for your release. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." That's not a suggestion. It's a spiritual strategy. So right now, say out loud and write in the comments, "God, I release control. I trust you fully with this situation." That declaration breaks spiritual resistance. That surrender invites heaven into the middle of your storm. 2. Speak faith, not fear. What you speak, you empower. Your words shape your spiritual atmosphere. If you keep repeating, "It will never happen, things are only getting worse, I don't see any way out," then fear takes root and blocks the flow of divine help. But when you speak faith, even when you feel afraid, God moves. Romans 4:17 says, "God calls things that are not as though they were." That's your model. Speak what heaven says, not what the world sees. Now write this boldly in the comments. I choose to speak faith. I believe God is working in my favor. Say it daily. Say it even when it feels hard, because faith spoken becomes faith solidified. 3. Stay close to God's presence. God doesn't send help and leave. He stays near to those who stay near to Him. That help flows not just from heaven's hand, but from His presence. If you want continual direction, strength, peace, you must abide. This means creating space for Him every day in prayer, in silence, in worship, in Scripture. Psalm 91:1 says, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Make room and God will fill it. So write this now in the comments as a vow of alignment. Lord, I choose to stay close. I will not wander from your presence, because those who stay near to Him receive more than help. They receive peace, wisdom, favor, miracles, and divine protection. These 3 steps are not complicated. They are powerful and they are urgent. Write this final declaration in the comments now. I receive divine help. I release control, speak faith, and stay close to God. And get ready, because the next chapter is your divine announcement, a prophetic word about the miracle. It is closer than you think. Stay with me. It's about to happen. There's a shift in the atmosphere. Something is changing, not next month, not someday, but now. You can feel it, can't you? That stirring in your spirit, that quickening in your heart, it's not your imagination, it's confirmation. Your miracle is near. And not just any miracle, not a small blessing or temporary fix, but a breakthrough that will redefine your life, a miracle that will leave no doubt. This was the hand of God. But here's the key. You must prepare yourself. God never pours new oil into old vessels. He never releases what you're not ready to receive. And right now, heaven is asking, will you make room for what I'm about to do? You've waited, you've been faithful in the silence, you've prayed without answers, and now God is saying, get ready, it's coming. Isaiah 60:22 says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. And beloved, the time is right. Here's what that means for you. Your healing is closer than your pain. What has tormented you will lose its grip. Your provision is closer than your debt. What has burdened you will be replaced with supernatural abundance. Your peace is closer than your anxiety. What has stolen your sleep will be silenced by divine calm. But don't miss this moment. Don't let fear delay your preparation. Don't let doubt steal your expectation. Don't let yesterday's pain block today's promise. God is moving, and your faith must move with Him. So right now, speak this aloud and write it boldly in the comments. Lord, I'm ready for the miracle you've prepared for me. Let heaven hear it. Let the enemy hear it. Let your own soul hear it. Say it again with even more fire. I am ready. I am open. I believe, because this miracle won't just bless you, it will change those around you. People will ask, how did this happen? And your answer will be simple: God did it. This is your season. This is your hour. And this is your word. Prepare. Something greater is coming, and it's coming quickly. Write it now one more time. I'm ready. My miracle is near. I believe it with all my heart. And get ready, because the final message is about to seal this promise in your spirit. You didn't come to this message by accident. Heaven appointed this moment just for you. Every word you've heard, every whisper from God, every confirmation in your soul, it was divinely orchestrated to lift your spirit, awaken your faith, and prepare you for what's coming. But now you have a choice. Will you keep this word to yourself, or will you allow it to become a seed of breakthrough for someone else? Because here's the truth: your blessing is not just for you. It's also someone else's answer. Someone else is praying for confirmation. Someone else is crying in silence. Someone else is on the verge of giving up, and this message could save them. So don't stay silent. Don't scroll away and let this moment fade. Be the vessel God uses. Right now, I urge you. Share this message. Send it to someone who needs hope. Comment boldly below, "This word touched me." I will share it so others can be healed too. Let the world know what God is doing in your life. Let your testimony light the way for others. And if you believe this message was sent from heaven, if it pierced your spirit, if it reminded you that God has not forgotten you, then stand in faith and write this final declaration in the comments. I receive this message. I believe my miracle is on the way, and I will not stay silent. I will share it with faith. Lastly, if this word changed your heart, I invite you. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss any divine messages. And if you feel led to support this ministry, consider leaving a super thanks with a gift of $100 or whatever God places in your heart. Your act of generosity becomes part of the harvest you're stepping into. Remember this: what you do with this message will shape what God does next in your life. So choose faith, choose obedience, and watch what happens when you act in alignment with heaven. The miracle is near. God is with you. Now go and be the answer someone else is praying for. You didn't click on this by accident. This moment right now was written into your path by the hand of God, because He saw the weight you're carrying, the silent battles, the questions you've been too tired to ask out loud. And now He's whispering something into your spirit. Let me help you. God is not distant. He is not ignoring you. He is not punishing you. In fact, He's been closer than you realized, waiting for the moment your heart would become still enough to hear this. You were never meant to carry this alone. Type in the comments if this speaks to you. God, I need your help. I surrender it all to you. You've smiled through the pain. You've encouraged others while feeling empty inside. You've prayed even when it felt like no one was listening, but heaven was listening. God collected every tear, and while others may not see the weight you carry, He sees it clearly. And now He's stepping in. You are not alone. You are not invisible, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. Let this be your confession today. God, I receive your help. I can't do this without you. God is not just aware of your situation, He's already moving in it. There are things shifting behind the scenes right now. There are people being positioned, resources being released, doors being opened. What felt like delay was actually divine alignment. Sometimes God doesn't move quickly because He's building something better than what you were asking for. And now, in this exact moment, He is saying, help is coming. It won't always feel like this. The burden will lift. Your soul will breathe again. Comment this declaration: divine help is on the way. I trust you, Lord. You've been fighting so hard, but this is not the season for striving. This is the season for surrender. Let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. Let God be your source. Let Him carry what you were never meant to carry. He's not asking you to be perfect. He's just asking you to be present, open, willing. Write in the comments, I choose to rest in God's hands. When you've reached your limit, God begins. Now is the time to spend quiet time with Him, even just 5 minutes a day. Speak your pain out loud in prayer. Honesty invites healing. Surround yourself with peace. Remove voices that bring fear. Declare truth over your life. The lies lose power in the light. You don't need to know how everything will unfold. You just need to know who holds your future, and His name is Jesus. Say this aloud and comment it below. Jesus, I trust you with everything. I believe you are helping me. You try, but God says otherwise. You are right on time for your miracle. You are in the perfect place for healing, and this very message is proof that heaven is speaking directly to you. Don't give up. Don't shut down. Don't isolate. God is sending you help through people, through provision, through peace, and through His very presence. Comment now, this was for me. I receive the help God is sending. Let's be honest, you've wondered if you missed it. You've looked around and seen others moving forward, being blessed, stepping into their season while you felt stuck in delay, confusion, or silence. You've asked yourself, did I miss my moment? Did I make too many mistakes? Did I wait too long? But the voice of the Lord speaks clearly to you today. You're not too late. You are right on time in my time. God's timing is not the world's timing. His calendar is not based on human expectation. His promises are never rushed. They are perfectly aligned with His divine purpose for your life. Delay is not denial. The wait has made you feel like maybe the answer is no. But sometimes God delays a thing not to deny it, but to protect you, to strengthen you, and to prepare what you cannot yet see. What if the wait wasn't punishment but protection? What if the silence wasn't absence but sacred preparation? What if everything you've been through was building the version of you that could actually carry the blessing? You're not late. You're being launched on schedule, heaven's schedule. If this speaks to your heart, comment now, I'm not too late. God is right on time. The enemy wants you to give up too. That voice in your head, the one that says it's too late. You'll never recover. You missed your chance. That voice isn't from God. It's the enemy trying to wear you down right before your breakthrough arrives. He knows something is coming. He feels the shift. He sees your alignment with God increasing, and so he throws discouragement like arrows at your heart. But now you must fight back, not with your own strength, but with truth. What God has for me is mine. What He promised, He will fulfill. His delay is not a denial, it is divine alignment. Speak it over yourself in the comments. The enemy is a liar. I still believe in God's timing. There is still time to see the promises. Abraham was 100 years old when he saw the promise. Sarah laughed because it sounded too late. Moses was 80 when he stepped into his calling. Joseph was imprisoned for years before his dream came true. Lazarus was dead when Jesus showed up, and yet it wasn't too late. Your story isn't over. Your promise hasn't expired. Your season hasn't been skipped. You are exactly where you need to be, and what's coming will be worth every second of waiting. Comment this with boldness. My promise is still alive. God is not finished with me. God's timing will make sense. There is a reason for the wait, and soon you'll understand it. Soon you'll see why He had to delay that relationship, why He closed that door, why He didn't allow certain people to go with you into this next chapter. And when it happens, when the breakthrough, the blessing, the miracle arrives, you'll fall to your knees and say, "Now I see it, Lord. Now I understand." Write this in the comments if you believe. I trust God's timing even when I don't understand it yet. You're right on time for a new beginning. You haven't missed anything. In fact, you're standing on the edge of something brand new. God's not calling you to look back in regret. He's calling you to rise with renewed strength. He's saying, "Let me help you walk into what I've prepared for you." This is not the end. This is the reset, the release, the rising. Final declaration. Comment now, "I'm walking into my next season right on time with God." If this word touched your heart, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel so you never miss a message like this again. Like this video to help others find it when they need it most. Share it with someone you know who needs God's help right now. And remember, God hasn't forgotten you. He's helping you even now. You are seen. You are loved. You are not alone. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Prayed for abundance, a gift from our Lord. If you've ever whispered a prayer into the night asking for a sign, for a shift, for a miracle, you're not alone. Across the globe, countless souls reach out, seeking guidance, hope, and above all, abundance in their lives. But what if I told you that the very act of seeking is the first step towards receiving? What if your prayers have already been answered, but not in the way you might expect? Today, I invite you to consider that your prayers for a miracle of abundance are about to be answered. You've been guided to this moment for a reason. The struggles, the uncertainties, the moments of doubt, they haven't been stumbling blocks but stepping stones. They've prepared you for now, for this opportunity to unlock something truly life-changing. The 77-letter invocation prayer. This isn't just any prayer. It's a sacred sequence that has been carefully preserved through the ages, known only to a few. Those who have embraced it have witnessed transformations so profound, they can only be described as miraculous. The kind of abundance they experienced isn't just material. It encompasses peace, love, and a profound connection to the divine. Download your copy right here. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of. Trust in the path that has led you here. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.